What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless. Welcome back to another episode of the Music Files Podcast. Today's date is May 29th, 2018. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Darius Walker. Say what up to everybody.
It's good, everybody. Welcome back. Music Files. A little bit of drama kicked in. About to talk about a few things in the news, and music releases.
Yeah, we're pretty much going to skip over the news and get straight messy with it. Go straight to the drama, man. That's all That's all we're here for.
It's the same thing. Isn't the news always drama?
Yeah, this has basically been dominating the whole music headlines, especially the rap headlines.
Yeah.
And literally, 1 hour ago, 50 minutes ago, we got Pusha T's response to Drake's response, and let's get right into it, man. Well, let's just start at the beginning.
All right.
So for those of you that don't know what's been going on, Pusha T just dropped his third solo album, Daytona.
Yep.
On Friday? Long anticipated, long awaited, and there was a very specific song called Infared that went at a few choice people, Drake. And Baby in particular, Drake specifically for not writing his own rhymes once again. And
it came from Nas. It sounded like, wait, what did he say? It came from Nas, but it was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. That's what, yeah.
And he said, how can we trust you when your rhymes ain't written? A whole bunch of stuff. And he just, he threw some barbs at him, and Drake didn't appreciate that. And he responded with a pretty hard freestyle, actually, Duppy Freestyle. Well, I'm not going to say freestyle, but they call it Duppy Freestyle. And now we finally got the response. But this goes way, way back. This goes back like years. I'm going to say
6 years?
Almost, maybe even longer than that, man. He's been throwing shots. He's definitely been throwing shots at Baby and Wayne since Lord Have No Fury with the clips of Mr. Me Too and all that. So that was a real long ago. Then Drake kind of inherited the beef by association.
Yeah.
And,
I told
full circle.
Weezy and Baby, I'm a done them for you.
It's been a real long, slow simmer to get to this point, but we are finally here. And I'm not going to lie. I'm here for all of it.
We got real beef.
I've been pumped all week for this.
The rap heads want to smoke in the industry. We finally got two dudes that are rappers that we know are high caliber that are both with the smoke. This ain't no little versus littles,
Nah, none of all that nonsense. Like, this is actual grown man rap beef. This is what we wanted to hear. I wouldn't say beef, but competition.
This is stepping into Nas Jay-Z territory right now in terms of lyrics exchanged.
Yeah, so, we definitely, like I said, it was long, slow simmer, a lot of subliminals, a lot of, was he talking about him? I think he was talking about him. We're not sure.
A few lines in a song here and there. But,
people not responding right away and, kind of letting it go by.
Yeah, Drake dropped like a two bird, one stone talking about,
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago. This is Pusha T's response, Infared, on his album, essentially. But the same day the album dropped, Daytona, on Friday.
Well, let's start with Infared.
Okay. Infared.
So
that's the last track on the album.
Last track, the track that went at Drake and Baby and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
Honestly, the song was dope. Like, even if there weren't shots in it. That's one of my favorite four of the 7. So it's a 7-song album, which is Kanye's, I guess, marketing plan.
Which we'll get to after we talk about this, but it's definitely my top 4 for sure.
Yeah. So hearing it, the beat's hard. The lyrics are hard. He's talking about, it's not just dissing Drake and Baby, but he's using them as examples of shit he doesn't like in the industry, shit that other niggas should learn from, that shouldn't get their business messed up the way maybe a Baby and Wayne have, So he's saying, look at Wayne. another rapper that can't retire, that has to stay on tour to pay bills.
Because he getting janked by his own, his
His
own
own
father,
man.
his own, label guy. He's supposed to be looking out for him.
Yeah, so those shots were fired directly in the song Infrared. And I was like, I didn't know if that really warranted a response from Drake.
It was kind of, it was kind of soft because it was saying stuff that we've heard for the past, 3 years now since
Yeah,
the whole
because
Quentin Miller thing has
the
been
Meek
going
Mill
on.
beef's old now, yeah.
So it wasn't like necessarily anything new. Like it was just like, oh, now he. And I was like, when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. I guess it's now his turn to like, try to say something about it. But it wasn't like, I can't wait till Drake say something about this. Because it wasn't like a hard diss. It was just more like a little tap, a little love tap.
Yeah, a little jab, like, and honestly, Drake could have dusted it under the rug, and that's where this gets interesting for me because he didn't.
Right. So he responded in less than 24 hours.
It's like 16 hours. There was an upload.
There was an upload called Duppy Freestyle, and
The same
he went
day.
in. He definitely went. Obviously, for sure, he had heard the song Infrared or snippets of the song
Yeah.
long before it came out. Because I even heard some snippets before it came out, and so he definitely had some stuff in the works. But the timing was perfect. He was just waiting till
It's clutch.
the album came out. He's
Well,
like, okay, now hear what I got to say, and like,
what's even better about the timing is Pusha T was on his press run that whole morning of the album release. So, like, he did a Breakfast Club interview, he did a couple interviews, and he addressed the Drake lines
yeah,
before. So, like, during that day, he had already done his whole press run. So, like, he did his interviews, and then Drake's response comes out. So Pusha T didn't have anything slated really to like talk about his album. So everybody was like left wondering like, oh shit, Drake
say
came
what
back
y'all
in the
want.
same day.
Say what y'all want about Drake, but he is for all the smoke. For all these people out here talking like soft and not, he does not let people just walk all over him. Especially
Drake's
when
with
he
the
knows he's
shits.
this big, bigger than music, bigger than rap type of figure. And a lot of guys in rap that we consider, top level tier guys, they don't respond to a lot of stuff that comes out. But he has shown that he will not only respond, but he'll come at your head with some bars, bro, and like
Yeah.
some real notable stuff. And
Oh
this
yeah,
wasn't quite on the Meek back to back level, but it was close. There were some real hard lines on there that kind of
it was
hit. That
close.
definitely.
It was like a hybrid though of his like like 2 a.m., 4 a.m. joints and like a
Mhm.
back to back where it was like because those other ones they're just straight
The best
bars.
part was the intro when he was like, when he
The
just gave
nerve,
that long sigh, and then he was just
the
like,
audacity.
the audacity, the nerve. Like, y'all ain't learned yet. Like, y'all ain't learned it. I got to do this again. Like that whole part intro is like, okay,
It's like I'm appalled. Like
I'm appalled. I was like, yeah, he about to go in on this. So I was like, yeah. Y'all ain't learned yet. Y'all ain't learned from Meek. Y'all ain't learned from all this yet. Like, I can actually do this. Yeah.
yeah.
So the best part for definitely the intro set everything off. Like,
I was shocked. Just the quickness with which he released the shit. Even though we know
real
he
strategic.
heard it and like knew, but just like that shit
Real
is so
strategic.
strategic. It's too strategic.
He's smart, bro. He's smart in the game, man. And then not only that, it wasn't just the fact that he responded so quickly. He gave him some real bars. Like,
It was
he gave him
like
some stuff
every
that,
line was very direct. It wasn't like a wasted. He didn't waste too much bars.
nah, he didn't skirt around the subject. He definitely gave Push some bars, and he called him. He said, "You're not even top 5 as far as your label talent goes." He said, "You older than the guy you running behind," and
Yeah.
he directly responded to his whole claims of ghostwriting again, and like
Yeah.
he he did it the way you're supposed to respond,
Yeah.
like
Oh, you said
perfectly.
this? Okay. Oh, you said that? Oh, okay.
And
What
then he
now?
gave you lines that are like funny but are quotable enough where people gonna keep saying those shits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You act like you sold drugs for Escobar in the 80s.
there wasn't any trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers lines yet, but there were some close ones. Almost.
But I think he's saving it. I think he's saving those bars.
Yeah, no, this is definitely far from over because
Drake knew he was gonna get a response.
Because Pusha T had to respond. If he didn't respond, he would lose credibility as a lyricist, as one of those real rap guys, a rapper's rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to respond with somebody disrespect you that much, and the fact that you kind of started it too.
Name on WAG, like in his song, like you gotta respond. Like, that's major disrespect.
I mean, even before Pusha got it, even though Push got it on Duppy Freestyle, Kanye got it just as much, if not as more.
I was like, ooh, he's going at Kanye, but the Kanye produced Push's album. He heard the song and everything, so like,
of course,
he's like, yeah, run it.
Him and Drake have always had that like kind of frenemy kind of relationship, like, you know, like they cool but they're not cool. Yeah. Like, I feel like Ye kind of hates a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, man. Well, because he
does, because you remember when he was talking about For Free?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's like, oh, y'all playing this shit on the radio all the time. Y'all shouldn't be playing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I thought y'all was working on a joint album together. Like, conversation. Like, so I mean, Ye, you know how you be. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ye is kind of at the same time push his button to like, yo, go at him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who gassed you to come play with me?
So I mean, I think Ye a little bit behind this, bro. Like,
yo, this is strategic marketing, fam. This is strategic marketing.
Look, I agree with you to a certain point, but I don't agree 100%. To the point where it's like people are like, oh, they were all in Wyoming, like planning this out. Like, you do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because of this next response that Pusha gave out, it throws out that whole strategic marketing shit out the window.
I don't know, man. It sets it up nice.
He was too disrespectful for it to be some strategic marketing. Like,
how?
He got real disrespectful on this diss.
But only just as disrespectful as Drake. He
got more disrespectful, and I'm going to tell you exactly why.
Why? Because he kept talking about, all right.
I'm going to tell you exactly why. Okay, so for those you don't know who are late, as time of us recording this, Pusha T dropped his response, The Story of Adidon. I believe that's how you say it. His response to Drake's Duppy Freestyle. Yeah. And it's over Jay-Z's Story of OJ beat. And,
oh my God. This cover art, though?
Yeah, his cover art is basically Drake in blackface as a clown. Like, that's not even like the most disrespectful. Like, he threw some fucking bombs and like some takeover level disrespect, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. He did.
He talked about him being a deadbeat dad. He talked about his parents. He talked about his baby moms. Well, like, he talked about 40. For people that don't know, Noah 40, his producer and cohort, who's basically just as important to OVO as Drake is. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
But hey, I don't know. Ooh, this is just so fresh. We like literally heard this song right before we recorded. I've only heard it like 1.5 times ish.
I've got the lyrics right here. So here we go. Here's one line right here. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Yep. Your father walked away at 5. Hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something Sandy never had. Drake. How you a winner, but you keep coming at last place. Come on, bro. Like, he just went at his pops, bro, for walking out.
And his mom for being come alone. On. But see, this is all stuff Drake already talked about. Boo-hoo, sad story. Black American dad story.
Yeah, but that's different, bro, when you talk about it and when somebody else come at you in a diss song about it, bro. You know this style. Like,
I know.
I guarantee that's
there's way too much disrespect in his mouth talking about Drake's mom. Drake's not going to let Pusha T talk about his mom like that. Like, there's not even a second. Like,
first of all, and Sandy is his mom, right?
Yeah.
So, exactly. Sandy gets name dropped on multiple occasions.
Several times. Yeah, like, it's just... he really went at Drake's like,
Okay. That was
okay,
one
that's
set of
one.
lines. I'm not done. The
Oh
song
yeah.
ain't done.
Oh,
The
there's plenty.
disrespect does not end.
Oh,
Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Sophie knows better. Ask your baby mother. Cleaned up her IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved. It's deeper than rap. We talking character. Let me keep it with facts. You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol. Come on, dog. Adonis is your son. He deserves more than Adidas press run. Come on, dog. Like, yo, that's so disrespectful, bro. You talking about kids now?
Yeah, he is. Well, I mean, because that was
When
this
kids
whole
get
thing.
involved,
Drake seemed to apparently
bro.
avoid that whole pregnancy, like this is his baby mom thing. It just blew
Yeah.
over, and nobody ever talked about it again until now. So that's what's interesting. It's like
You had to know it was gonna come up with somebody.
He's airing it out. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Is because like Drake didn't want to because she was a porn star. So like,
love that baby, respect that girl, forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, Drake. Damn. Oh, but he rapped, he put her in bars, even a porn star that I'm ashamed to mention. That's so fucked up, Drake. Like, you ashamed to mention your baby mother. Ooh. See, that's just making me think about all those bars now, too, that he liked.
Come on. Hey, he's still not finished with the disrespect. Still not finished with disrespect.
Yeah.
The only ones I chase are two ghosts. Still getting you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40, hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is sick, sick, sick. Come on, bro. Like, yo, you talking on a man's health, dog. Like,
for real, like that's real funny. I was like, yo, 40.
When he went there, I was like, yo, all right. The disrespect knows no bounds at this point. Like, the gloves are off to me. Like, there's no more subliminals. There's no more, like, at this point, it's almost like an on-site type of situation, bro.
It's pretty damn close. I mean, because you have to think about it. Pusha T heard his or Drake's response, and he's like, "Oh, you talking about my brother? Oh, you talking about my fiance, my future wife? Like, oh,
talking about Ye? You talking about?
Whoa, you talking about my man's like, yeah, okay, and you trying to take down my whole credibility? Like,
here's the thing, Drake's was on some like funny type shit almost. Like, oh yeah, that's funny line. Oh yeah, that's funny. Like, this shit was just on some not no funny shit. Like, this is just I'm disrespecting everything about you right now.
He's clowning him hardcore.
Talking about your moms, your pops walking out. I'm talking about you being a deadbeat dad. Talking about you wifing a porn star. I'm talking about your mans who's sick. Like, come on, though. That's crazy, dog.
Yeah. For real.
This some like 90s type shit right here. This ain't no like this ain't this generation of rap.
This is that Tupac like
this ain't on Instagram like, you know, like this that Jay-Z, that Tupac type level hit 'em up shit where it's just like, man, fuck everything, yo. I'm talking about everything.
Shit. Oh shit.
Bruh.
Oh god.
Yo.
Okay.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
Woo! Well, some people are gonna score it. Some people are gonna score it higher for Pusha now.
Oh, I'm giving it higher for Pusha because he did it the only route that you can do. Like, you can't go on you can't try to go some cute bar for bar type shit with Drake. He'll kill you on that. He got the fans. He got the beats. He got that presence.
Yeah.
You gotta go basically jugular for the jugular type shit. This shit was like some I'm not playing games with you type joint.
This is now it's like, oh, this is so hype.
Bro, when I heard this, I was, yo. I haven't felt this way about a diss song since
Ether.
Nah, since the game and 50 was going that type shit, like where I was like, yo, like that was the last time I really felt like this. Like, it hurt me to hear these lines, bro.
Man, when Eminem and them was going at Ja, though, that was
before 50 in game, but yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that beef was stronger. I feel like there was more hatred in those bars. I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know what you mean. People got shot. People, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, hopefully nobody gets shot in this beef. Everybody, hold it down. Good Music is releasing Kanye's album this weekend.
hell of a way to kick off music season. I will tell you that. Like, oh my God,
With the
bro.
biggest beef in years
After the
after
Yeezy
Kanye.
rants already, bro. Like,
That's crazy. And then Friday, everybody's gonna be talking about whatever quotables are gonna be on his album. But what if? See, that's the thing is because now Drake kind of messed up because they put the quickness on it so quick, and now Pusha T came back in a few days. Was it like 3, 4 days?
he's gonna have to rewrite some shit. For whatever this he was about to come out with, he gonna have to rewrite some shit. Cause I guarantee he wasn't ready for some of the shit that just came his way, bro.
Oh, I didn't know he was gonna talk about that one. He said what?
He's going to have to do this, bro.
Drake is so mad right now. I wish I could FaceTime him right now and be like, "Hey, you heard that?"
Bro, shit just escalated so quickly on
Push
this
just
beat,
put
bro.
it out an hour ago.
Oh my God.
Like Drake, you know he's hearing it right now. Like if he hasn't heard it yet, oh,
He's ghostwriting is writing furiously right now. This is disrespectful.
they writing hard. Fuck yeah, that shit is because Pusha turn the light. He's like, okay, you gonna shine the light on me? It's like, nah, we turning the camera right back on you, motherfucker. Like, let's talk about all this dirt. He's like, and I saved some dirt because I know you're gonna respond. That's why he said like, part one, like, yo,
Bro, this is gonna have people in their feelings like mad that he went so hard. Like this is that type of this is that type. You remember when Jay-Z came hard like at Nas?
yeah,
And people was mad at him for taking it there. And like,
that's
like
because
that.
like the kid thing. It's like
people are gonna get mad at Pusha for going this hard at this man.
But at the same time, he had to. Like
Wow.
anything less than complete spit in your face disrespect on the bars from Push would mean that he was going easy on him. He couldn't go easy in any way. He had to like, okay, nigga, all right.
I'm just
and he killed him on a J like on a J song like you got problems with Hove? I'm gonna kill you on a Hove beat like with no idea.
This is just like we're giving you little snippets and verse of it, like, but this is not doing it justice. If you have not heard Story of Adonis, or I don't know how the fuck you say the name, the title's a weird ass title.
Yeah.
Story of Adidon by now. Go listen to that shit about 4, 5, 6, 7 times and just tell us on a scale of 1 to 10 how disrespectful did Pusha T get on this? Did he take it too far? Or is this just what it is? Is this that if you like in our age range, is this that type of rap beef that you expect to hear from people? Not that subliminals, not that, Instagram threats and all that, just that straight going for the jugular.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
So I don't think anybody can say at this point that real rap is dead because everything I've been hearing this year has been nothing but the realest rap year in a really long fucking time.
We just went from like last year was lit as fuck to like this year now.
2018 is like on a whole nother fucking level right now.
Out of here right now. And the albums that are gonna come out and this Yeezy season shit right now, like because the Kanye Cudi is coming soon. The fuck is that?
Kanye's supposed to come out the first.
Yeah, Kanye comes out Friday.
Yeah.
But then Kanye's releasing the Cudi collab a week after that or 2 weeks after that.
My mind is just this year is just. How can you not love rap right now?
I just don't understand.
How can you not, bro?
Yeah, it's crazy. And then all the women rappers are dropping, You know, like
We just had Cole drop some crazy shit.
Cole
you know
just dropped a classic. Cole just dropped a classic. That's
goddamn Push. Goddamn Push.
Push dropped a classic and then promoted it after he zipped up a body bag and then pointed you towards Daytona.
I literally like don't even know what to say at this point. Like I just need to hear this shit about 5-6 more times. I'm literally dissect.
I want to listen to it right now. I'm like
the level of disrespect he went on this. This is unbelievable.
Well, when the Duppy Freestyle came out, I played it over and over like 6 times just to like try to catch everything. So I definitely got to hear this Adidon, Story of Adidon like 10 times before I pass out.
It's got to be on site, bro. At this point, like you can't talk about my man's with multiple sclerosis with this like that. Can't talk about my father walking out like, bro.
For real, you can't talk about my mom being the loser because she like never
why she
won.
always coming at last. Like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
What
did you just say?
Yeah, how could you be with that's so disrespectful, dog. I don't even know. That shit is like it's like Drake went in like kind of slap boxing, and then like
he went on some playful, funny shit.
But you know, like when you slap box and then somebody gets hit real hard and then they get serious.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, shit escalated.
It's like Drake slapped the shit out of Pusha T, and Pusha was like, "Nah, fuck that," and closed his fist.
That shit escalated real quickly. People thought, "Oh, we just about to have a fun little back and forth." Like, nah. This shit went from a fun little back and forth to like, yo, this is
god,
this might get some real type shit. Like,
yo, I don't know if this is interesting. What is Drake gonna do? What will Drake do? This added his son. This deadbeat dad thing's not gonna go away.
Nah. This is about to be mean for.
This is his second Quentin Miller moment. The Quentin Miller thing was one thing, but the father thing is second.
He went at his character like this wasn't on the music shit. This was like
this is like
I'm talking about you as a person.
You're a fucking terrible human being. Like that's what he's saying. Like it's like fuck everything else. You're not even a good person.
So I mean, he got to come with something crazy at this point. Like,
oh my god,
unbelievable, bro. And this kind of that kind of deflated his whole. He did just drop "I'm Upset" that single too.
I'm upset. 50,000.
He real upset now. He real upset now.
That song was so trash.
Yeah, it's not. Nah, especially after the Duppy Freestyle. Like, that's not what I'm trying to hear, bro. Like, what is this?
For real. It's a Quentin Miller leftover.
It sounded like he been working with 21 Savage and them Lils too much. He trying to get on that wave, bro. That's he be wave riding. Definitely. You know he be wave riding.
When I heard it, that's what I was like, okay, he's playing with the wave.
He's trying to be a SoundCloud rapper now.
I mean,
I'm a little worried about the album, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I was worried when he called it Scorpion. So
I'm a little worried.
See, because the problem is the best song that I like right now is the diss, right? And
it's not even gonna be on the album.
That's not even gonna be on the album. So like, I don't know what his album mode direction is. Or what's your direction? Because Scorpion, like, so the album art, there was a Scorpion album art for "I'm Upset."
I mean, God's Plan gotta be on there right now.
I mean, it should, but like,
it's kind of
is this just gonna be a vibey album with like very little substance? Like, it's gonna be weird.
It's going to be weird, especially now considering what's happening with him and Push.
For real, because
like you can't come with some one dance type shit now and then be like,
especially if he bodies another song. Like if he puts out more bars and he bodies it again, and then his album sounds like "I'm Upset." He comes up with some like "I'm Upset" and some shit like,
"Baby, I like your style." Can't hear that, bro.
Nah.
It's just not that energy right now. Like it's fucking up it's gonna fuck up his album stuff. I don't know.
Like, because
God's Plan was cool.
He's gonna
Nice
he's
for
gonna
what?
come.
I still don't ever feel. I'm not feeling that. I'll
Nice
never
for
go back
What
to
was
that.
one of those video things, I think, more than song
Than the song
things.
for sure. I'm upset. Not really feeling it. The other song. What was the other song with God's Plan?
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, if that's going to be on the album, that's one I'm definitely going to keep going back to. That one's hard.
I don't think
That's
actually.
that rapping Drake though.
I don't
I'd be
think
surprised
God's
if that's on the
Plan.
album. Honestly,
I don't think God's Plan and Diplomatic Immunity would be on the album because that was a 2-song EP. Remember?
but I feel like God's Plan's got to be on there considering
But
how
he
big
called
it
it
is.
Scary Hours. Remember? So it was a 2-song EP called Scary Hours because there was no Scary Hours song. It was just God's Plan and Diplomatic Immunity.
Well, considering albums and talking about albums, let's go ahead and just talk about Pusha T's actual album, Daytona, and
Well.
just your thoughts and opinions.
Well, you know how I feel about the last song.
Yeah, set it off.
Yeah, no. Going into the album, I already knew it was only going to be 7 songs, so I was initially just thinking, how
Still
good is this
disappointed.
7 songs going to be? I was like, okay, this shit better be as good as he said it is, because I watched one of his interviews I was talking about, where he said, basically, like he wasn't sure, but then he got the master and listened to it again. He was like, okay, Kanye was right. It is perfect. So I was like,
Basically,
okay.
it was all Kanye's idea because he has his own vision for stuff, and who knows what Kanye thinks all the time, and he kind of just said, all right, we'll try it, Said there's something about the number 7. All right, bro.
Right.
So he ran with it. And, I mean, I can't say it was a bad move because it is 7 extremely concise songs. Like his most cohesive project by far. And
It's very minimalistic.
Very minimalistic, which is kind of what I want to hear from a Pusha T album anyways. I don't want to hear like crazy 808s and like trap stuff and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to hear him rap. Like his voice and his
weird,
delivery
though.
and his flow is just so good.
Yeah, I'll be honest. At first, I was expecting some stuff that had a little bit more sort of like chantability, like that one project with like
King Push?
yeah,
Or Prelude
like,
to King Push, whatever.
They said, "But y'all, you can beat."
Nah, that's My Name Is My Name.
My Name Is My Name. I loved My Name Is My Name. I was kind of wanting something more because that whole album seemed like anthems and shit. Like that. So I loved that. So like I was kind of like, all right, I hope he gets some of that. My Name Is My Name.
Home. Yeah.
But it wasn't so much like that because there weren't any hook driven songs. It seemed like seemed like mostly just
mostly verses.
barred up. So which honestly, what's dope about it is the like replay value of the whole album. And that like when it's done, I just wanted to play it from the top again.
I mean, you run through it so quickly.
Yeah.
Like it all flows into each song so perfectly that it is when it restarts. Sometimes you don't even notice because it's just like so cohesive. Like it can feel like just one song with multiple change ups, basically.
Yeah, definitely. Because Kanye on that production, it's really genius.
That's that. Say what you want about say what you want about Ye as a. About his rants, his politics, and everything else, is a free thinker. Yeah. But when it comes to producing, bro, he's hands down top 2 producers ever in hip hop. Period. And he's done it again. Like whenever you think, like, top man, well, like, what are you gonna come with?
I never thought about that.
Think about his whole body of work. It's insane. And how everything he does is different from everything he did before.
So is Dre above him?
Nah, I can't. Honestly, I would put him above Dre at this point because Dre stopped a long time ago. So how can you continue to put somebody like that?
He produces. Didn't he still produce Kendrick a few joints?
Not his last one, no.
No, not on the Black Panther thing, but
on Damn, no.
No, I guess not.
Nah, he ain't produced nothing for Kendrick since Good Kid, Mad City. Dre don't produce for people no more, bro. Dre is eating off of Beats and Apple. But I mean, he went back kind of that soulful sampling and just body shit, bro.
He
Like
really.
this shit is fucking immaculate,
I'll
dog.
be
Like
honest. The production's kind of putting on a clinic of like sampling in terms of just like key elements, like just the layer overlaps and the simple loops, and just like it was just so sonically pleasing. It was just nice. It was nice. You could tell
but you
he
know how
dug
some
in the
people
crates.
sample and it feels like, oh, it's just that song, but with like hip hop drums and shit to it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
samples it and transforms the songs, bro, into something just completely different.
It's crazy because
It's
like
insane.
I'll hear songs that I remember from Kanye's like
That are well
samples,
known songs,
and I'll be
bro.
like, "Oh shit, that's the sample." Oh, and then like the song will sound completely different from what Kanye turned it into. But
The
hell yeah,
way he
it's
flips
good.
samples, untouchable, bro.
Yeah,
And it's just, like you said, it was heavenly almost, but then grimy at the same time. And it was like minimalist enough
it's
that
almost
you could
like
just let Push run wild on there.
it had
Like,
this like modern Old West vibe. Like it was like the Old West, but like set in like the streets. You know, like it was weird. Like like just like you felt like you could hear like a tumbleweed in the projects or some shit. Like that's what that
oh, I
album
mean,
felt
every
like.
time a song kicked off, and then every time like the beat kind of like opened up, where you know like Push was about to go in, like you just know like, oh damn, he about to go in right here. That's what it felt like every single time, and like it was
Yeah,
perfect. Like it was perfect for Push, where he could just get off crazy bars and verses, and just his voice with the song samples is just perfect. Like
yeah.
the games we play, Santeria, Infrared, and Comeback Baby are my
Comeback
favorites by
baby,
far.
that shit is fire. That's my
The change up
go-to.
in Santeria, the beat change up on that, filthy. Oh
Yeah,
man, like,
yeah.
and this is about as good as Push has ever been when it comes to just lyricism and just
Solo, but
how sharp and concise everything is, and just
mm,
everything about this project was just, yeah, it's only 7 tracks, and you expect it to be kind of sharp and consistent, but even though you expect it to be that, they still found a way to take it to like that next level.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like it'll definitely take a couple spins to like catch it, because like I said, it's like simple. There's small. There's little things that like, because
It's
so many
simple,
things are
but
like
like
overproduced.
luxurious at the
It's
same
like,
time.
yeah, it's just really smooth. It's just really well done.
It just feels like some high art shit, basically. Like high
Right.
art. I called it like high art coke rap, basically. That's what it felt like, bro.
For real though. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I still wish they gave me at least 10 songs, bro. Like, at least give me 10. I
I feel
still
you.
wish they gave me at least 10.
I'm just wondering how the like paperwork goes with a 7 track album, because
What
I
do you mean?
thought I thought like Billboard and stuff considered albums 10 songs.
Nah, he talked about it in this interview. It had to be like at least 5 songs. It had to be at least over 15 minutes to like be eligible for like a Grammys award or something like that
Mm-hmm.
in terms of album.
Mm.
So, I mean, the requirements really aren't that high. I mean, if you like, yeah, like recently, I mean, these long projects are still like a modern thing. Because if you go back even to like the early 90s and 80s of music, you weren't getting much more than 5, 6 songs on an album, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But for
So,
me, I'm thinking about the streaming game though, because I thought maybe with streaming.
I mean, it's still, I'm sure they did the numbers and what you needed to be over it in terms of like being considered like an album.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they were over that. And being short will only help their streaming numbers because you'll
Yeah.
get more album spins because you are going through the whole song, like whole thing in like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're trash.
So,
So definitely.
I mean, it's just kind of where music is right now. Everybody's trying to go to like this more compact, conceptual,
Well, Kanye
projects.
is doing it because, like, I think what's cool about what's
It's
really
like Jay
interesting.
Z. Jay Z it feels very similar to 444 to me.
10, yeah, very similar.
Very short, very concise, very like
Not
conceptual in
as
what they
not
wanted to
as
do.
culturally relevant or impactful.
Nah, I mean, you know what Pusha T's about.
Yeah,
he tells you what he's about
he
every
gives
single
you
interview that
what you
comes out.
want. He gives the people what you want.
So I'm not surprised about that, but he did go a little farther with like songs like what would Meek do and stuff like that, where he kind of talks
How
about
do
like
you feel about that
injustice.
song? Because both of us didn't put that in our like favorite.
It's not my
songs
favorite, but like I don't.
Well, it's
skip
not even
it.
my favorite four.
I don't skip it. It's like honestly, I like it a lot, but I don't like Kanye's part so much. Honestly.
I hate Kanye's part.
Kanye kind of distracted from the song.
Yeah.
But when Push was going on about it and like talking about basically social injustice and stuff like that, I was feeling it for sure.
Yeah.
But Ye gave a weak verse. So I'm still like, I need to hear this Ye project for sure coming on Friday and see where he's at with his music personally.
For real. And is the album actually going to be done? Or is this going to be an evolving like,
I mean, he said like, it's only 7 songs this time, so I mean, it should be done.
I know, right? But think about it. He produced 35 songs, like album, like 5 albums are coming out. That's 35 songs.
Yeah, he put like 35 or something like that together.
That's a lot of work.
I mean, you put it on yourself to do it. So, all right, like no more excuses, bro.
I know. Amidst the fashion Virgil cries.
So, I mean, you guys tell us what you thought about Pusha T's Daytona album. Was 7 tracks enough? And what do you think about Ye's production? You know, so in terms of all this whole Yeezy, Drake, Pusha drama and Yeezy season coming up, is What Got Lost, who had the absolute worst timing that you can possibly fucking imagine for this year. ASAP Rocky dropped.
Oh, bad timing, man.
Absolutely terrible timing.
I almost couldn't even get back to it
in the current, bro.
I kept forgetting about it, especially when Drake shit dropped. Like, it was one thing to get through Push's album and then maybe go check out ASAP, but then Drake dropped the Duppy Freestyle that same day.
I was like, oh, well, I gotta come back over here again and like, we got a response. Oh, I'm coming back. Like,
yeah.
Nobody is talking about ASAP's album right now.
I just got to ASAP's album today, literally, and it was like, it's so long that you can't, it's like,
it's hard to get back to that.
It's hard to go from Pusha T's album, 7 tracks that I can listen to twice in the same like amount of time or less than listening to ASAP's whole project and like trying to see if it's cohesive. Like
wildly different than Pusha's because it's not cohesive. It is very experimental, which is kind of the name of his album anyways, Testing.
Yeah.
Where every song feels significantly different from like the next.
Definitely. It's interesting.
I mean, for me, it was just okay. This is ASAP. Like, it's good. I've never felt like
it wasn't
he's put
bad.
out a bad project. It's just this is just more of ASAP Rocky because highly stylized, not a ton of substance when you dig really deep into what he's saying, and and this was supposed to be the album that reaffirms his commitment to rap and like affirms his position as one of the top guys in rap.
It's not gonna do it.
It's not doing it. He did a lot more telling than actually showing because a lot of his verses were talking about how great he is in rap and how he really does this and he's this and that and like I love music and he has a song OG Beaver. It's all about like just talking about how he loves music and how he grew up with music and how music is life.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, you're telling us all this. And I don't actually feel it though. Like I don't feel like in the music it's coming through.
Right.
So I kind of lost its punch for me. So and I was like, well, I'm gonna go back over to Pusha T.
That's for real though. And
I mean, there's some cool songs though. Like
I was waiting for a song that like I could be like, oh, that's one of the joints. I mean,
ASAP Forever for me was infinitely much better when he added Kid Cudi to the end.
Yeah.
It always felt like when I first heard it that the ending part was missing something. And it was Kid Cudi. So
Right.
the song with Skepta is dope. Like, I mean, he got songs in there. It's just, bro, you didn't see what was about to come out. You didn't see the song, the album that was about to drop, bro. Like,
I
I
mean,
know you feel like you a top 5 guy in rap,
look,
but you're not. Let's just be honest, you're not.
I kind of feel like other artists kind of did that. So like Nicki, I feel like she saw what was
She
going
pushed
on.
hers.
She pushed hers to
She was
August.
smart
It's like,
because even Nicki would have got washed.
oh
At
yeah,
this
oh
point in time.
yeah. With the good music train that's coming right now,
And with the Pusha T and Drake
and the
shit
Drake
going on,
and
like,
Pusha T, like, what, your album wouldn't even get a chance. Like, nobody would listen to it. Like,
and
unless
that's
Drake's featured
exactly
on
what's
like 4
happening
songs.
to ASAP Rocky's album right now. He put out a good album that nobody's going to hear for months.
Yeah, he should have dropped his when Post dropped.
Right. Earlier, or
He's the first
I mean,
quarter.
I'm sure he wanted to
quarter.
get it out before summer for touring and whatever. Like, but you should have dropped this shit earlier, bro. Like,
Yeah.
this could not have been worse timing, bro.
I've never been this late to an ASAP project. I
Ever.
was
I'm
quicker.
always check it first. Right. I'm like, yo, I gotta check this right away.
I feel like I was on Purple Swag before I was on this album. like I don't know how it just. I don't know, man. ASAP.
When I seen that Pusha T, my eyes lit up, and then I was like, oh, ASAP too. I'll get to that too. But normally it's like, oh, I gotta hear this ASAP right away. But then like Pusha T, just good music was dominating everything, and then the whole shit with Drake kicked off, and I was like, well, I mean, I haven't really. I finally gave it, one really solid listen through, but it's just.
It's experimental. It's like
It's the wrong time. It's the wrong time, especially when we're in this certain mode where everything's super
precise.
Super concise and super like cohesive.
Like J. Cole was
like,
a concept album. Everything was topical, okay. And then we get a Pusha T album. We know what we're gonna expect, sort of, but he still gives us something new, and the production's on point.
on point,
And,
right? It's hard for me to switch to something like that where the sound you're getting to like, gotta go to ASAP now, and I gotta kind of skip through to find.
I'll be honest,
what I like, and it's just like, man,
it almost felt like an X Tentacion project, like just like random things happening in different parts, like a better, I guess, better production and finishing of the project overall, but it just was like. It didn't see. I would have rathered he called it a mixtape and then came out with an album 6 months later.
I mean, the rollout wasn't great either. He did not have a big single, and every single he
his
did
rollout
leading
was
up to nobody was fucking with, so he didn't put those on the album.
His rollout was talking.
So just like, bro, somebody should have. Whoever was in charge of promotion
trash,
and.
That's because he thought he was doing stuff. He did that Rosenberg trash show, open late on Complex. That was like part of his. Nobody watches it. That's why nobody cared about his album. And I'll be honest, I didn't even care after I watched that part. But that's what reminded me that it came out.
But once I see good music and Kanye and Drake and Nas all coming out like at this period of time, I'm not dropping at this time. That's all. I'm just not.
No. For real.
Well,
like ASAP, he fell off, man. Well,
I won't say he fell off. It's just terrible timing.
Well, he fell off because this is a great project for him, but it should have come sooner if he wanted to experiment like that. Because also we've been waiting for him to come out with music for so long that for a project that can't cut through the other musical noise in the industry, and he's supposed to be a top tier, it's kind of, it doesn't take him anywhere. So he's kind of, if his feet are stuck and he's supposed to be a superstar that just came out with some shit, he's probably not doing so well.
Nah, this was a terrible decision. Whoever's in charge of his marketing and AR should be fired.
I don't want to say this though.
Horrible.
It's kind of fucked up to say, but this is the first project ASAP Yams isn't a part of.
I mean, it is. For sure.
I mean, that could have something to do with it.
Who knows? But I don't know. I mean, if you guys heard Rocky's project, what did you guys think about it? What do you think about it compared to everything else that's going on? How long did it take you to get back to it? Like, or were you feeling this project more than everything else is going on with Pusha T and Drake? Let us know in the comments below. Um, yeah. I mean, other than that, other than those two, Pusha T's really been dominating what I've been listening to at the moment. But
Yeah.
there's a couple other albums I listened to. That Little Baby, Harder Than Ever. I'm actually feeling him from Atlanta.
Mm.
For all these trap rap and whatever coming out of Atlanta, I
I
feel
don't
like
hate him, honestly.
the younger guys
he
have
has a
been
good
doing more than the
personality,
established people.
good character too. Like I like his energy better than everybody else's energy too.
I feel like the young guys like him, Rich the Kid, and whatever came out more impressively this year than like Ray Shrimmer, than Migos, and everything
Yeah,
else.
that's weird. Speaking of
Like
them,
those projects definitely let me down.
whose project's better out of the group? Ray
Who?
or Migos? Migos is the Ray Shrimmer project. Triple disc. The major, because the Migos project was long, so it might as well be a triple disc. And then the
I
Ray
mean,
Shrimmer project's
I would
triple
say Ray Shrimmer just because I like the melodies from Sway Lee more,
disc. Sway Lee, you like
but
Swaycation.
neither one had me very like excited about what I was hearing.
I'll be honest, the only thing I listen to is Offshore. I don't listen to, that's like probably the only song.
No, I listen to other stuff on there, but just not like something that like, oh, I need to get back to this right away, you know?
Mm. And honestly, I like the Offshore because of how Young Thug kills that shit. That's like one
Yeah,
of the
he
few
does.
songs Young
Great song.
Thug like brought his A game.
I mean, I don't remember if we talked about Playboy. No, we didn't. What do you think about Playboy Cardi's
Oh,
debut project?
debut. Well, I don't know. That's see, that's interesting. I Playboy Cardi. That's I'll be honest. That's a good. It's a good way to take a like splash the industry because he's been building up you know wave for a while. I don't really like Playboy Cardi's music that much, but I mean he had some joints. I'm not gonna lie, he had some singles, like some cool
I
songs.
will say this that it was much better than I expected,
Yeah.
but like it was like music that I know I don't like, but I vibe with
Oh, I
still.
got the vibes for sure.
Like I get the vibes. I hate like the whole time I'm thinking this motherfucker don't rap, bro. Like he don't even say shit.
Right.
And the whole time I'm thinking like, but I
Wow.
vibe with the songs because like there's whole songs I don't even think he puts a verse together.
Right.
It's all
Nah.
ad libs, and it's just like, okay, but I get the vibes
Right.
that he's going for, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a weird artist for me.
He's definitely weird. I mean, but he's a young guy too. Um, isn't that what's his name? Famous Dex signee or Rich the
Trying to reach the
Kid?
kid.
Rich the Kid. Yeah, that's what it was. Um. Oh, I was thinking Famous Dex because they're like in that same lane. Um.
I feel like they all kind of wash into each other.
Dex meets Dexter is probably the closest hip hop album to like this album, I think, in terms of stuff that's released this year. I don't know if I don't know whose I'd like better. I think I might be leaning towards Dex. Rich the Kids is the best out of these three, though. If I had to pick out of those three guys, these
Nah, I
three.
rock with Rich the Kids actually.
Rich the Kid's album's the best project. But I mean, he's like, the label owner. So I hope his shit is a little better than his young boys, you know? But yeah, his project's gonna do well. Just, he ain't gonna be doing Little Yachty number waves or whatever. He might get the same amount of streams, but he won't get the same endorsements because he's got legal shit.
It's good for festivals. Like I feel like this is just the new festival music. Like this is almost like some urban house type shit, bro.
Yeah.
At this point, honestly, because more festival music than it is albums stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's something
like
that
it's that
you
whole
don't have to
vibe where
listen to.
people
You
are
just,
like just
you can just vibe and ride.
yeah, you can just vibe with it.
You know?
So it's definitely
That
more like
smoking and
it's almost
drinking.
like modern or black house. Like well, houses started as black with black people, anyways, but it's like urban house music at this point. So
Yeah.
it's ghetto urban house music.
Yeah. That's basically it. I mean, because, you know, it's just adapting hip hop, you know? There's, all you need is samples, drums, and, you know, lyrics or vocals to a beat.
Some catchy ad libs. That's
Some
it.
catchy ad-libs. Doom dap. You know? Like, you can say doom dap.
And some
like 30 times.
And it's just, you know how house music has that repetitive
Doom,
over and over. It kind of sticks with you. Like that's what his music is. Like it's just that repetitive that kind of just sticks with you, bro. Like he'll repeat a phrase, he'll say a phrase, and he'll repeat it over and over and over and over again. Yeah.
I bet they just mumble it. A lot of them do mumble it to get their melody, and then if they can't come up with words, they'll just mumble that spot still. They'll be like, and then they'll be like, oh, the words need to bop like that mumble.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's hard to consider it like traditional. It's definitely not traditional rap and hip hop, but it's still from that vein, even though it is wildly different than what we're used to.
Right.
Other album that is actual that I say is a must listen is that new Arctic Monkeys Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino. That shit is fucking brilliant.
Oh, really?
Oh my god. So fucking good.
Yeah, that
It
kind
is
of
unlike
right?
anything they ever put out before. It's completely left field and it's completely conceptual and super experimental. It's kind of got like this space theme going on with it and like some psychedelic guitar and shit like that. Like it's it's a fucking trip, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be my music for the train then tomorrow.
I gave a reaction. I gave it a 5.
What?
And I called it the best way I could describe it was as hallucinogenic lounge music.
What?
It's a trip, bro. Yeah. Very Bowie-esque. Very Bowie-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, very artsy, art house type music. It's
interesting.
Very different than their previous like indie rock style. But I fuck with it heavy.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. So
everybody,
I mean, big fans of theirs probably feel some type of way about it, but I was never that big of a fan of it before, so I don't have those reservations listening to it, you know?
Right.
I was just going to it open. So that's, if you're going to listen to it, I would definitely say go into it open. Mind wide open.
All right. No expectations. I'm going to just see what it gives me. It'll probably be tight, though. Nice vibes.
So, I mean, that's it really for most I wanted to talk about. Pusha T, obviously, and Drake dominating the headlines. Go listen to that response. It's ruthless. So, but before we get out of here, we want to talk about new and upcoming releases. So we'll get to that right now. For June 1st, Father John Misty, he's dropping another album called God's Favorite Customer. Kanye West is supposed to be dropping his album. We don't know for sure. But he said he is.
I would say so. If Pusha came out, he's coming out because there's this whole rollout. Tiana's album's next.
I mean, Pusha came out and I wasn't sure it was going to come out, so we'll see.
As long as Tiana comes out.
Black Dot times Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council, Streams of Thought, Volume 1. I think it's a project. Not really sure if that's the album. Ben Howard, Noonday Dream. That's it for June. Nope, it's not June 1st. Yeah, that's it for June 1st. June 8th, we have Dave Matthews Band, Come Tomorrow. Dierks Bentley, The Mountain. Georgia Smith, which is, I'm really excited, looking forward to that one.
Lost and Found.
She's been dope on everything I've heard up until this point, so. She's, I'm not sure if this is her debut, but this will be her debut for me. Lost and Found. Kid C's Ghost is the one that's supposed to come on after Kanye's, which is Kanye and Kid Cudi, their joint project. Kid C's Ghost. It's supposed to come out June 8th, 2018. Lily Allen, No Shame. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the next 2 weeks. We still got some really exciting news, noteworthy shit.
And maybe another response will come out by the time we talk to y'all again.
I hope so. Because then we're gonna get right into it. But like June is crazy. Like, I can't. All right, so when we talk about the next coming after June, like you'll see, like June is crazy.
Oh yeah.
The amount of albums that are coming out there.
I mean, fucking heck, Kid Cudi and Kanye. That sounds like an album we've been waiting for over a decade. I don't even know, since Man on the Moon and 808 and shit. Like, better be good.
I mean, they have that natural, just cohesive, collaborative spirit. So hopefully we get some fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for this week's episode of Music Files. Really had to talk about the drama that's going on between Push and Drake, man. Had to.
Yeah, definitely.
So stay tuned. I don't think this is definitely not the end of it. This is definitely far from the end of the drama and back and forth between these two. So we'll definitely be talking about this again in the future.
Yeah. Put Pusha T on the clock. And he came back with the quickness.
Drake is on the clock, bro.
No, Drake's on the clock now. Yeah, he's on the clock now. But he probably gets twice as long as Pusha T took. If Drake's smart, he'll come out Friday when Kanye's album drops. He'll do the same thing. He needs
some rewrites, so.
Yeah, he got till Friday.
Doing that right now. He for sure needs some rewrites. But if you guys heard any of the albums that we talked about here, or listened to anything that we did not talk about here and that you think that we would like, let us know in the comments below or anywhere that this goes up. Again, if you have any topic suggestions, questions, comments, just want to talk, you can do that in the comments below wherever this goes up. YouTube, SoundCloud, we're on Apple Music now, Google Play, just wherever this goes up. SoundCloud, you can do that in the comments below, or you can email us directly at podcast@livinglifefearless.co, or you can go to livinglifefearless.co/podcast and fill out the form there. And if we like what you're saying, we will respond to you, or we will give you a shout out in one of our upcoming shows. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying tuned. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe, share this, like this. It helps us out greatly. And as always, what, Doris?
Keep living life fearless, y'all.
Keep living life fearless. Yeah. We appreciate y'all. As always.
Till next time.